I'm here with Rob Kirby again, and we're doing relationships. The next topic we're talking about is trust and how important is trust in relationships. If you are continually feeling you can't trust your partner, there's big issues in the relationship. Um, Look, there could be issues from past relationships that you're feeling this is occurring with your partner without any evidence. You could have had your partner say, look, I have been doing these things. I have connected with a partner, and you're trying to rebuild trust. But at the end of the day, trust is the foundation in relationships. So I've got Rob Kirby here. I'm just going to quickly share this screen with everyone about trust. What does trust look like in a relationship? Can we keep things private or secret from our partner? For instance, a lot of people don't want to show their partner what's on their phone, even if they've been in a relationship for 5, 10 years. I mean, maybe at the start you're protective there. So, Rob, great to have you back.
Thank you, Sha.
Trust,
Great to be here.
trust.
Wow, that's a big one because it's in every facet of life. Um, well, look, the thing about trust is, we human beings, whether we like it or not, are creatures of habit. You've got to go back historically. I don't mean to sound redundant, but do I mistrust certain family members, siblings, or one parent or both parents? And I felt I could never speak my truth without having my head bit off or being shamed, or laughed at by siblings if I spoke my truth. So it's not necessarily that you're trying to insult or betray or disrespect your partner. It's that you don't want to lose their love and their respect. So you might keep things private, on your phone or whatever it is, or conversations you may have had. If a guy goes out and has a couple beers with his friends, with his mates, or there's a ladies' night out or whatever, and they're all talking, and you don't want to share some of the things that were said, because you don't want to offend your partner. It's not that you're a slimy rat who's out flirting all night and all that. It's most people are beyond that. Well, if they've done some work on themselves, they're not doing that. It's just that they're not completely transparent. But I think it still comes back, if in fact it's deeper than that, Shaw,
Right.
that Rob, don't trust Rob for whatever reason, historically, or I made a lot of mistakes. I hurt friends, I hurt lovers, or whatever, doing this or that. Well, look, seriously, if I don't trust myself, I hate myself. We don't get what we want in life. We get what we expect. We get what we're looking for. So if I love this woman to the moon and back, but I don't trust me, part of me says, she's so beautiful. She's so funny. She's so smart. What's she doing with me? I secretly hate myself because I've made so many mistakes, at the office and with friends, and destroyed relationships with other lovers. What did I do to deserve her? So then this is a problem, because if I will set it up where she will betray me, where she shows me that I can't trust her completely because of things that I say and do, it's really my stuff. But I'm saying deep down, if I really, really, really love a woman, then historically, I couldn't trust my own mother. I couldn't trust my first girlfriend. She humiliated me in front of my friends at a high school party. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, look,
If
it's definitely an important thing. And one of the questions we ask the clients is, what does trust look like when you were growing up? And I think that self-reflection, am
Yes.
I honest? And look, if you got that vibration, what you mentioned, that you're almost like paranoid about things, that's going to show in the relationship. So please go
Absolutely.
on, Rob.
Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting because we're talking relationships, and so I step back again, once again, to look at your relationship with yourself. Well, this spills over into business too. Some of the most powerful leaders I've seen who are entrepreneurial spirits, um, or they're C-suite, executives at a larger corporation, and they just keep going from success to success. I ask them, why are you here? What's the core issue? And they see what they say to me, he or she, they say, there's key members on our team and I don't trust them.
Right. Right.
So it filters over into every area of your life. If you have betrayal issues on the business side and or the personal side, you've got to work on it. You've got to work on you. And of course, there are people who, some men talk about, I love my wife, but she flirts with every guy. And for God's sake, she's nearly 40 now, and she's flirting with everyone. It's true that there are a lot of people, men and women. Men can gaze at women in a very seductive way without even opening their mouth, and their wife goes, that's so disrespectful. Guess what? These people have a split going early in life between their heart and pelvis, so that they sort of drip a little. Their pelvis leaks. They're not doing it to hurt you. It's one of their deepest wounds. It's their deep sexual wound that has to do with their family of origin, and it's not about you. Yet, nevertheless, there's a trust issue there that needs to be resolved. It needs to be healed. So I'm taking it to, yet again, a deeper level. Are you with me, Shaw?
So what you're going more into is the vibration, and when you
Yeah.
said the split, we're representing the heart as emotion, connection, and the pelvic area as that sexual energy, that power. Is that you mean when you talked about the
Yes.
split?
In a perfect world, we would all have a beautiful connection between heart and head. So we speak our truth, we sound believable, our voice is connected to feelings. They've done so much scientific research on this. The more connected, male or female, your voice is to your deepest feelings, your heart-centered feelings, the more people trust you.
Right.
And another big component is the connection between the pelvis and the heart. If there's unification between sexual energy or sexual attraction and love, and that primarily is directed right at your life partner, then they're going to feel much safer with you. But you may still love them just as much and be wholeheartedly committed. But if there's that split there, you kind of leak. And with just a, look in your eye or a little smile, a little seductive walk, that men and women can share. They're not really cheating technically, are they? But they're kind of flirting. They're saying to the other person, wow, because body language is powerful, isn't it? You don't have to say anything. It's just a look. It hurts, it breaks the heart of our partner.
Yeah, look, it's definitely jealousy, trust. When people start to go to you're 20 minutes late. Where were you for those 20 minutes? Sometimes your
Exactly.
partner doesn't even know. Um,
Yeah.
and that starts to go into other things. Why is he trying to control me? I'm only 20 minutes late, but now that your partner's feeling that it's about control. That you're trying to make sure they know everything about you, and
Yeah.
this is the other side of it. If there is trust, mistrust, then it comes out. Look, I need to control you. I need to see exactly what you're doing. You can't go and talk to these people. You can't go out to this cafe or this restaurant or go out with your girls. You need to contact me every hour. So they're the symptoms. What can we do about it? How can we help couples move forward with this?
I'm glad you asked. Guess what? It doesn't matter how intelligent, educated, successful, powerful people are. Doesn't matter what generation you're in. Everybody has certain issues about trust. It's part of being human. And through many, many decades of studying this, of course, in my own life, but in the many thousands of clients that I've worked with, guess what? It only takes a drop of humility. That's the doorway to resolving trust issues. Because if you see humility in your partner's eyes, you can say he or she is sincere. They want to be transparent. They want to resolve this. We can reflect on feedback we get from the partner without having energy rush up our spine, ready to explode. There you go, criticizing me again. It's always me, me, me. You see the humility in her eyes. She sees that in your eyes. And you say, can we reflect on each other's feedback without feeling like we must be right? No one needs to be right here. I love you more than anybody on this planet. And, here's the thing, Shaw. Everybody has, on a scale of 1 to 10, a degree of narcissism.
Right, right,
And if someone is like 1 or 2, they give all their power away. They just please, please, please. They suck up, and they secretly resent you. But if you've done work on yourself and you have your dignity, your self-respect, a fair degree of confidence, and you're sort of like on that scale, 5, 6, 7, like that. But once people go up high on the scale, there's a mental illness there. I hate that there's no better word for it, where they're never wrong. A full-on narcissist with a disorder, he or she, when women, they call it borderline personality disorder. In men, it's called narcissistic personality disorder. They're so broken, so hurt. It doesn't mean they're not loving. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It means if they admit they're wrong, they might as well be dead. It's like a near-death experience
right,
because they're
right.
so deeply broken inside. The funny thing is, there's so many of them that permeate society because they're highly functional, highly intelligent, educated. They just can never be wrong. And so, guess what? If you get into a relationship with someone like that, you need help. They need help, and you need help. And so, you just want to pray that the person can see their side, because if both the man and the woman, husband, wife, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that is, if they each have a drop of humility and they can own their part, you can resolve it. If there's true
Gotcha.
love there, it's such a beautiful thing to see them break down those elements of separation, those divisions, and say, wow, this isn't about my sweetheart. This is about my history with my ex and the distrust between me and my mother growing up. And I've got to clean it up. I've got to clean it up because I don't want to lose her. And, vice versa.
Got you. Thanks for sharing that, Rob. So, in, in summary, trust, it's from childhood, it gets built up there. Previous relationships, if we're unfortunate to get cheated on, or it's a very, or even if we cheat on someone as well, right? I mean, it's all going to be there when we come to the next relationship. We really have to go back and work on that because we're going to start to project that into the current relationship. Again, you mentioned working on yourself first, and then it's like that self-reflection. Okay, I can always, say this about my partner, but what do I have to work on? And if you can't get to that feeling where you can't self-reflect, then you got to look and say, look, there's some red flags happening with myself here, right? Every time I talk to my partner, it's an argument. I'm trying to win here. I'm trying to prove I'm right, and
Yeah.
these are huge.
Waste of time.
It's a
You
losing
know,
strategy.
I say to people, to both partners, I say, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy for the rest of your life?
That's it.
You can't
You
have both.
you can't, because in relationships, it's not about that. That's what you're saying, right? It's about
Yeah. Who
be,
cares?
being happy. Yeah, it's about understanding and being curious about what's happening with your partner. And that's where trust, that's how we build trust. Look, thanks, Rob, for talking about trust, and we'll see you
Absolutely.
again.
Thanks,
Thanks very
Shaw.
much.